Man, I am back. I am live. I have not done one of these in a minute. Minute to win it. 1 second. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, God. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what up? How are you? Hope everybody's doing well. Figured I'd do a live today. It's been a long time, and I just want to address some issues and stuff that have popped up. And, kind of hit it. What's the word I want to use? Not the nail in the coffin, but just kind of like, look at some of these things, right? So, because people are giving me some crap, it's funny. Dude, I gotta tell you guys, it's actually funny as hell because I've been getting a lot of stick for the stuff that I'm posting lately, and I'm like, it's just funny to me. Like, and I had one parent call me, and I was like, you're probably not wrong. I think it's a good idea. And they're like, okay, Kyle, you keep highlighting these problems, but you don't talk about what you do. And I'm like, oh, it's not a bad idea. I should probably start doing that. But anyways, like here's the thing, guys. Like, you gotta understand, like, there are people that are coming after me for this, and it's okay. Like, that's part of the business. But like, why am I posting the content that I post? Why do I do that? And you may not agree with the stuff that I say, or at least all of it. That's fine. You don't have to. I'm just trying to give you my perspective of what I see. So people are always like, oh, Kyle, you always bring out a bunch of problems. You don't talk about solutions. And I'm like, that's bullshit, because I've given you guys multiple solutions. I've given you guys all of my online content now 100% free. Like, you guys don't have to pay for it. So like, people are always like, oh, what are you doing to give back? I've done free camps. I don't even think you guys realize this. I have to spend like $2,400 to have the key. I have to pay it by like September 1st or whatever. So I have to spend roughly $2,400. I don't remember the exact amount, something along the lines of that, just to keep my website running so you guys can have online content for free that I do not charge you for. So like, I'm giving you stuff for free, and I'm trying to give it to you from a perspective of, hey, this is what I see. And I'll tell you this too, like, I wrote the playbook. I wrote it. I even did an audio version that you guys can listen to. Everyone's like, well, what's the solution? I just gave you one. Go get the playbook. Go read, go listen to the playbook. That is the exact steps that I would take with my son going through the system. And actually, I'll be completely honest and transparent with you. If you have a girl, it's way easier. Like, it's super easier compared to a boy, because there's so many things that you can do differently that I can discuss later. But it's just like, I'm not trying to come at it from a point of, hey, I'm trying to rip into everybody. What I'm trying to do is say, hey, listen, I'm trying to help you guys make better decisions. So do I go to the extremes sometimes? Probably. But like, what I say is still true. Like, when I say, for example, like I wrote one that said, oh, don't play high school ball. Like, dude, don't play high school ball. I mean, you can if you want to. Like, a lot of people say, oh, what's great, social aspect and this and that. And I'm like, that's cool. If you want to use high school soccer for that aspect, great. But if you want to use it as a recruiting tool, you will not get recruited from high school. That's the moral of the story. And then I was talking about how, like, oh, my kid's never going to play MLS Next or ECNL if I have to pay, one, and two, if I cannot play 2 or 3 years up. People are like, well, I can't wait to see when you have a kid. And I'm like, it's besides the point. Like, if my son wants to play football and he wants to be, and this is the key thing here, and he wants to be a professional and he wants to be a pro, we're going to ands or buts about this. Like, we will do this differently. If he doesn't want to, then I'll be like, bro, this, it's okay. This is not for you. You need to make whatever decision you want to make. And that is okay. Like, people need to get that through their head. Like, if your child is coming to you saying, Dad, Mom, I want to be a professional football player one day, dude, then there's a lot of steps that they got to go through, and they're going to go through a lot of hurdles, bro. And I always say this, youth soccer does not prepare players for the reality of college or professional. So, like, great example is my UPSL team, which is all kids, by the way, except for one adult. We have a center back that's 22, so they're 07 and 06. We just played my former college team this past Saturday. We ended up losing 3-1. It was 1-1 until like 67 minutes. It was a Division II school. And like, we don't have MLS Next. We don't have ECNL. But I'm giving our kids a chance to do that by contacts and networking. And that's how important this stuff is. Like, you guys have to understand how important networking and contacts are. Like, that is your get out of jail card. Like, you obviously have to have level, right? But you have to have the network, and you have to have the exposure. You have to have, exposure is not the right word. I hate using that word. You have to have the contacts to get you through the door. Like, that is so important, that you have the contacts to get you through the door. Stuff like, and it's frustrating, bro, because like I think people don't understand. Like, literally, I don't think you get it. Like, if your kid has if your son or daughter has a goal of getting to the next level, I've been through the entire system as a player. Like, I was in the DA when the DA first came out. Like, nobody cares about your kids. There are a select few people. Like, I've had a couple coaches say, "Well, I care about the kids. I care about the kids." I'm like, you're a unicorn, because there's not many of you that actually do. Everybody's just looking at this from a dollar bill perspective. And like, and I'll say it again, because people always say, "Well, Kyle, you're saying people can't make money." I didn't say you can't make money. We have an environment, unfortunately, that is pay to play. That's the business model that we have in this country for everybody other than MLS academies, because MLS and US Soccer have a backdoor deal. How do I explain this? So, yeah, I mean, pay to play is not going away. The only way that pay to play would go away is if the people that have power, aka parents, decided that I'm not buying this shit anymore. And you guys aren't going to do that, because the exact argument you guys give every single time is, well, my son needs this, my son needs that, or my daughter needs this. Yeah, I know your son and daughter needs games, but there's many ways to make games without playing on a club that's just going to milk you for money. So, and then people are going to say, well, go play high school. High school's not high level. Are there, I think somebody put it in the chat a second ago, are there some schools like a Mount Verde or a SEMA or something like that develops kids? Yes, for sure. Okay, there are, I always say this, there are exceptions to every single rule. Like, there are exceptions, 100% exceptions. Like, there's not even a question about it. And there are exceptions to the rule. Like, I coached high school. The high school that I coached at, we had 3 competitive players on the varsity team. That tells me it is a complete and utter joke. And if you guys want to believe that, okay, cool. If you don't, then okay, cool. Like, you guys are free to make whatever decisions you want. It's just, it's funny to me to watch, like, the responses and stuff that I'm now getting, because, like, I'm putting very direct stuff out there. And, like, somebody asked me, Kyle, like, I'll tell you the truth right now. Kyle, what do you think of ECNL? What do you think about ECNL? I would never touch ECNL. Ever touch ECNL. Ever. And pay to play starts at the top with US Club Soccer. Well, it starts at the top with US Soccer first, because that's the federation. So, like, I don't know, man. It's just, it's hard, man. Like, how to explain this to you guys? Like, it's not, there's not a lot of people that want to do the right thing in this country. And the guys and girls that do, like, I got to be completely honest with you, man. Like, every single day, like, I'm enjoying coaching way less than I used to. Like, I used to love coaching, and now I've realized, because I used to just do private training. I used to do a lot of private training for people, and I didn't even touch club. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to go prove everybody wrong that you can have a program that is a club, and then you can develop players. And people are like, oh, Kyle, you can't do that. And, like, we've gotten to a degree of success. And, dude, it's just a grind. Like, the amount of stuff I have to do and deal with parents on a daily basis is just, it's terrible, man. And I'm like, are we perfect? No. But we always do what we think is the right thing for the kids. So, somebody asked me, what about ECNL? What are your, if not ECNL, then where? Like, okay, here's the thing, man. Like, here's the deal with ECNL, right? They built the league to make money, 1, which is what people do in this country. It's fine. 2, they built it around the high school schedule. Why would you do that? They literally give you a break to play high school, and then you have to pay for ECNL and your club during the high school period, even though you don't have training, which is just ridiculous, and yet you guys all pay for it. And then you keep playing through the summer too. But anyways, like, they're not going to do what's in the best interest for your son. Like, again, I keep using the example, and like people are like, oh, is this true? Yes, it's true. My 07 and 06 boys, so they're 16, 17 years old now. They're U17. In the last 3 months, we have played 2 college teams. Like, we've gone out and played 2 college teams. One is a Christian school, so they're in the NCCAA. And then we played an NCAA Division II school this past Saturday. And then, this is what's going to kind of blow your guys' mind, I hope. We played the St. Kitts Senior Men's National Team. The St. Kitts Senior Men's National Team on June 8th. I have the video. If you want to watch it, send me a DM and I can send it to you. And we played the exact same team that the U.S. Men's National Team played in the Gold Cup. The St. Kitts Men's National Team. Like, you can't buy that. Like, there's no pay-to-play MLS Next or ECNL going to try and give that to kids. Like, they're just not going to do it. Like, I happen to get that because of a network. I had a mutual friend that is very good friends with the technical director of the St. Kitts National Team. And we made that happen. So, it's all context, bro. Like, it's crazy. From my understanding, ECNL was the best pathway to college. This is not true. That's what they want you to believe. Yeah, I mean, will ECNL, will you go to a tournament that puts you in front of college coaches? Yes. Yeah, I mean, for sure you will. That doesn't mean you're getting exposed. Like, if you watched my video about exposure versus being exposed, like, you probably haven't. And if you haven't, you need to ASAP. Yeah, if you want the video, send me a DM. I'll send it to you. So, send me a DM and I will send it to you. It's no problem. It's just a link on YouTube. I can send it to you. And yeah, I mean, dude, it's extremely frustrating. Like, I don't, honestly, man, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be coaching, like coaching teams and youth. It's just not fun anymore. And the amount of political drama with parents that you have to deal with on a daily basis is miserable. And the funniest thing to me is, like, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, is that, you know, you don't know what you're talking about. And I'm not going to say that I have every single answer. I don't. I never said that I do. What I do know how to do is take kids that have no level or even low level and develop them. Or I can take people that have level and push them to the next level. That's what I know how to do. And like, every time I run a training session, I base my stuff off of that. So like, I got 9 and 10-year-olds that were focusing on skill development, and I have parents complaining and saying, why aren't you doing passing? Why aren't you doing positions? They're 8 and 9 years old. They don't know. They don't have the mental capacity to really be able to do that. So, yeah, man, it's miserable, bro. It's a terrible job, and I don't know how much longer we do it. And it's like I said earlier, bro, like, I made the decision to give all of my online content away for free. I don't even know how many of you have taken advantage of it. I think that content is invaluable. Like the footwork programs that I have them in order: developing touch, then you go to explosive footwork, and then you go to level 1 and level 2. That's technically 4 programs. And there's actually a bonus one in explosive footwork I give you. And where am I going with this? Then I have I have 1 mental training course for free. So if your child's struggling like with confidence or playing well in games or anything like that, you need to get the mental course, which you can get for free. I have a development plan, which is like if your child needs to work on their nutrition, if they need to improve like their habits at home. So this would be like stretching, recovery, what to do off the field. I have all of that for you guys. Again, it's completely free. You don't even need to pay for it. And I even have college recruiting stuff completely free. So it's crazy. My dog just got here, bro. What up, dog? And I'll put it to you this way. So I had a group of kids I trained at 6:30 in the morning. I'm doing it again. And all we do is literally, this is our entire practice: skill development, one-on-ones. Skill development, one-on-ones. We do 4 days a week, skill development and one-on-ones. We're not going to do anything above 1v1s. And actually, with that program, I'm calling it Beast. With that program, I'm going to post all of the exercises, every single session I do online on YouTube. That way, for you guys who are like, oh, I don't know how to develop my kid, I'm going to give you the formula for free. You're going to have the formula. I'm going to try and film every single session that I do in this Beast program, and I'm going to post it on my YouTube so you can see the exact stuff that I am doing every single day for free. You don't even have to pay for it. You can just watch it. And then you can be like, okay, this is what Kyle did. Let me duplicate. Like, I've developed almost 10 kids to play for professional academies where they're free, internationally, domestically. And I'm not saying I have the answer, but I have a formula that will develop kids. You know what it is? Fundamentals and extremely small-sided games. So the first video will come out on September 1st. So I've already sequenced it. They're going to start being released September 1st and on. And like I said, you're going to be able to watch them completely free on YouTube. And I'm not cutting it. I'm not editing it. I'm literally filming, transferring it to YouTube, and it's the raw, unedited version of what I am doing to develop. They are 2011 and 2012s. So they're not doing anything other than fundamentals. They're not even passing a ball, bro. Like, they're not passing. And they're 2011s and 2012s. They're literally doing foot skills, dribbling, 1v1s, and that is it for an hour and a half. We train from 8 to 9:30 every morning, or 4 days a week. And but I'm just trying to build the fundamentals. And like, I'm not, like, again, with this age group, you'll see in the first video, the second video, the third video, we're not touching passing. We are not passing the ball. Dribbling, 1v1s, dribbling, 1v1s, dribbling, 1v1s, skill work, fundamentals. That's it. We're not even passing, bro. Like, that's all we're doing. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to develop a beast. These kids are going to become filthy good. Once they're filthy good, then I'm going to develop the passing and all that stuff. Yeah, if you can do futsal, I would do futsal ASAP. Futsal is the greatest tool once kids have a core skill level. But there's a catch to that, catch 22. You have to play for somebody that knows futsal. And I don't mean this disrespectfully, just honestly, most coaches in the United States don't know how to actually do futsal. Like, they're just soccer coaches playing on a futsal court. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, I'm just telling you the truth. What I mean by that is they're just taking soccer principles and plugging and playing into futsal. Well, futsal, while the game is played the same way, like you score in a goal and you defend your goal, the way you play the game is completely different to soccer. You play it with rotation. And I'll explain later in detail what that is. But yeah, I mean, futsal is the greatest tool for player development, in my opinion. And if I could, I would go full-time futsal tomorrow. I just can't get the buy-in. So, oh, and I got to tell you guys this too. We did 2 free, 100%, like, okay, tell me in the comments below how many times you guys have received something for free from your club. Like, for example, free training, free camp, free something. I want to know. Tell me in the comments below how many times you received something for free. I want to know if it's a lot or not. Because I'm willing to bet it's not a lot, and I have a point to go with this, so I'm going to explain it in a second. But I want to hear from your comments, how much stuff are you getting for free from them? Because I don't think, look, I mean, I see free pizza, so never, zero. Come on, who else? Free or no? So rare. Okay, so that's why I want to get into this. That's why I'm bringing this part up. So one guy said camp once a year, 0. Hey, at least you're getting a camp once per year. That's awesome. So 99% of people are saying 0 or nada or nothing in between. From the English Club, rarely anything free. So here's where I'm going with this, right? So, like, free body armor. No, but I mean, like, free training, free camp, free stuff like that. Like, stuff that you actually need, like a free pizza, whatever. You're like, okay, cool, pizza, or a sticker, whatever. No, I'm talking about training. And, like, here's the thing, right? This is where I'm going with this. So, free invoice. So here's where I'm going with this. I did 2 camps this summer, completely free. We didn't charge anybody, and we opened it up to anybody and everybody. Like, we had people coming from North Carolina, Texas to come train with us for free. Miami, wherever you want to talk about, right? And I was genuinely surprised at the lack of engagement and support we got for the free camp. Like I told you guys, hey, look, if we get more support, we'll do more free stuff, and maybe we'll travel to your state or your city and run a free camp. And we haven't got a lot of engagement for that. And I'm like, we all complain about how things cost too much money, yet I don't see people like wanting free stuff. Like, we did a 3-day camp for an hour and a half. We brought in 6 coaches. We had over 325 registrations. We accepted 110 people. And nobody, like, and I can't say nobody, but very few people actually responded with positive engagement. And I'm like, I love the idea of being able to do stuff for free because we all complain about how stuff costs money here. And I'm like, I don't see the engagement from people. Like, why should I be continuing to support free stuff for people, yet we're not getting the support back to bring stuff somewhere? Like, I even told you, like, hey, if you guys want support, you know, we can go to Houston, Texas. We can go to Alexandria, Virginia, where I'm from. We can go to SoCal. We can go somewhere and do a training session. We have our own indoor facility, so we were able to host it at our place for free. And Ranio, yeah, actually we did. During that, we have our own indoor facility, and we have one futsal court and 3 turf fields. So on the futsal court, they did some futsal specific stuff. So yes. Yeah, like, again, like, everybody keeps saying, oh, come here. Yeah, but, you know, you texting come here isn't going to help us actually come there. We need, we want to see that you guys want us to actually come. And we'll do it. Like, we'll run an event. You don't even have to pay us. We'll do it for free. But I'm not going to be doing stuff for free for people unless we get the engagement to get the support. Otherwise, there's just no point. Like, we did the free camp. It was awesome. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm like, hey, we're giving back to the community. And I'm like, it just doesn't seem like people really care. They just came, did the free camp, and walked out. Like, nobody, like, there were some thank yous and whatnot, but I'm like, there's no engagement with this. Like, I'm just like, this is very confusing concerning the fact that everybody's complaining about pay to play, and yet I don't see the engagement from people to want to see something that's different. I don't know. It's just my personal opinion. But anyways, guys, I got to run. I got to get ready for some training sessions. And it's going to be fun as always. I love coaching kids. I do love coaching kids. But I don't like dealing with parents. It's not fun. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you on that flip. Keep hustling. If you want free stuff from us in terms of like a camp, I have all of my content for free. My playbook is for free. You can get everything for free to help you make better decisions with your kids. And I hope you do, because if you want to make better decisions, do that. And you guys have fun. If we get the response that we want, we'll keep doing free stuff. But again, I was actually thoroughly disappointed, man. Anyways, you guys have a good day. Enjoy. Have fun at practice, and we'll see you guys later.